Hey, good morning. Or g'day from Oz, or morning from Oz, whatever it is I usually say. And apparently I'm talking, but my mic is off. No, my mic is on. Why is it telling me my mic is off? Well, hopefully you can hear me. Anyway, today we have actually got two streams. So there's this one, which is Riviera line in the 50s. And the second one we've got for Mount Shasta for the milepost simulations release. Ah, I've solved the mic problem. Okay. It wasn't actually my mic at all. It was a different mic. All good. So, welcome to the stream. First up, and I apologise for forgetting last week. That was kind of rude. Let me just turn the game sound down for a moment while I'm chatting. Let's go through the new subscribers. There's some funny ones in here. May the Sleepy Trap. Bruno Vanderhoek. Neil TB8. Neil TB8's an interesting character, by the way. He never says anything on his streams, but somehow they're captivating. Steve Davis, Mesolyptic J, also another cool one to have a look at. Rick Couch, Mr. Unlucky, Chris Strawn, Steen, I think, Classens, Sylvia Lloyd, and Lauren Smith, and Tim Plays Life. So, that's all our new subs, and that's from the last 2 weeks, because like I said, I forgot last week, because, yeah, well, I'm me. Had a big day on the real railway yesterday. And, quite an interesting day. I normally do track inspections, which start very early in the morning, and finish before the first trains run. But yesterday I also had to run a fire patrol, because like most volunteer organisations, we struggle to get enough people to do all the jobs, particularly when you actually have to have real rail qualifications to do the jobs. So I got to run a double shift, which was kind of fun because a tree came down in front of one of the trains, which just made an unusual day because I happened to be following it and I happened to have my patrol equipment still, so I happened to be able to cut it up with a chainsaw, which was good. But anyway, this morning we are looking at two things. So in the first stream, which will run up until about 10:15, we're doing 10:15 my time, that is. We're doing the Riviera line in the 50s, and I'm going to run probably two things, I hope. And the second thing we're going to be doing is we'll be having a look in a second stream. It starts at 10:30, and I'll pop a link in later on. That milepost simulations new route for TS 2022, which is the Shasta line, which is looks quite interesting. I had a little bit of a fiddle with it last night, but I can't say I've played it very much, but I had a fiddle, made sure it worked and all that sort of thing. So we'll be sharing that first experience together. So the Riviera line in the 50s one is a bit of an older train sim route. And I just wanted to play this one because, you know, we're getting into Steam in TSW2 now, and I thought it would be fun to get into Steam. Now, I tried to find the same locos that are going into TSW2, and while I did find some representations of them, let's just say it didn't go well. And we'll leave it at that. So, we're going to have a look at some different Steam locos. Yay. Backup plans. All good. Anyway, so we're going to start off with, in honour of Matt, some fish fans. And I haven't played any of these scenarios through, but I have played them a bit just to make sure they work. So, first time experiences together. It's kind of cool. Could be kind of funny. Could be kind of sad. And we have Michael in the disembodied voice department, as always. I'm pretty sure I chose a freight service, but apparently I'm running a late passenger service. I don't think so. I think I am actually running. Pretty sure. Fish fans. Yep, fish fans. And that's in honour of Matt because, you know, he's good with fish fans. So I'm going to do the unusual thing and I'm going to run the full HUD because I need to keep an eye on the fire. And I have got rail driver today, which hopefully will actually work with this loco. I had some trouble with it the other day, but I think I've sorted it out. And is it time for us to go? No, it's not. So we actually have to wait for that signal, sadly, but that's okay. something's moving. There's a little 060 tank engine in the background over there. And apologies if you're starting to see some artifacts in the top right-hand corner. That appeared a couple of NVIDIA drivers ago, and I spent an hour yesterday trying settings changes and following the many recommendations of the internet, and we know how well that works, or in this case doesn't, to try and sort it out. How's our signal going? Ooh, we've got a signal. Is that ours? I think that's ours. All right then, let us go. So reverse it a full forward. I'm going to talk through what I'm doing with the steam engine because, yeah,
cars.
Steam's a little bit different. Just make sure my brakes really are off. I'll actually toot twice. So the guy at the back releases the handbrakes. There we go. There's steam everywhere. A bit more throttle, and I'll start pulling the reverser back now that we're just starting to move. I'm just turning the game down a little in my headphones. That shouldn't change your sound, because it was a bit loud, which means I'd start yelling at you, which wouldn't be cool. Oh, the semaphore just dropped as we went through it. Now, yesterday, I had a chat with one of the steam drivers at Puffing Billy because I was observing him while he was shunting, and he was using the reverser in a way that I'd never actually encountered before. And I'd normally seen that most people take the reverser DAC to about 35 or so after they built up some speed, but he was doing it almost immediately, which is quite interesting. So I'm going to try that and see how it goes. His other advice was go light on the throttle, so we're trying that too. And I'm pretty sure I've got the automatic fireman turned on. At least I hope I still do, or I'll have to start managing it, and, well, we know how well that'll go. So how's the game sound for you guys? Is it adequate?
Like Jamie? Kaboom?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
So we're chugging away, and we have a whole line of fish vans in tow. On the Great Western Railway, down by the sea. Looking at the map, it's quite a complex little railway. And there's rather a lot to it. It's massive. So, if you don't have this route, I think it could actually be a fun one. And a guard's van, or Americans would call it a caboose. The cab has got interactive elements. Oops, I shouldn't do that because I don't know if I opened that then or if it did it. Hopefully I didn't do it because I'll annoy the automatic fireman and it'll stop working. There's a cute little oil lamp illuminating the gauge, and the gauge, interestingly enough, reads 0 anyway. Vacuum brakes. Blower. There's an ejector somewhere to pump up your vacuum brakes. Now, I'm not hearing any stoking, so I think I opened that. I didn't mean to. Gotta close it. Ah. No, maybe I didn't, because I can't close it. No, maybe it did open it. All good. We'll just ignore it. I thought that was a castle, but it's a church, I think. Church with a keep. It's probably where the priests keep the altar boys. Who said that? That never happens. Now, I think the premise of this scenario is that we have to go to the various platforms because we're distributing fish because people are hungry. Hey, how cool. There's smoke coming out of the guards van. That firebox is still open. That worries me. And it looks like our signal is that proceed up there. You can just see it through the haze. We're dropping our speed zone to 50, but that's okay because I'm nowhere near 50. All good. Let's go and have a look in this guards van. It's got a little stove and some lanterns. No idea what those things in the corners are. Maybe they're sandboxes. Uncoupling pike. Cool. So this loco is not one of the ones that's going to come in TSW, but it is a fairly similar configuration to one of the ones that's coming. So I quite look forward to seeing how they handle the wheels, because wheels in TSW haven't been amazing. They've been okay. They have had some pretty decent stuff going with the Gronk. Interestingly, looking at this one, to me it looks like the front pony truck wheels are, well, now they're stopped, but they were going backwards. So these ones are going the right way. Yeah, I think the tender ones are going the right way. All good. We just won't look at the wheels too much. But I quite look forward to seeing how they manage that. It'll be interesting. Looks like the automatic fireman is working because he's stoking away and putting water in, so good stuff. I could tell you I planned that. Believe me. More stoppage. More stoppage. We have to stoppage here. Well, maybe it's not this one. No, I don't think it is this one, because it says 0.83 miles. Well, we're going to stop here anyway, because, you know, I have now. Okay. What happens if I unload? Nothing. Are we having that problem again? I had some problems with the rail driver. Sometimes it's not talking to Steam properly. Sigh. Not talking to Steam engines, I mean. Because it thinks my brakes are on, even though they're not.
Oh, your alerter's on.
Ah! Okay. Nice pickup. Thank you, Mike. And I got to use my new box. You can't see it. There we go. New box. It's the only button that works in TSW. Now I'm going backwards. Woohoo!
Oh yeah.
Alright, you can stop, train. Come on. Come on. Come on. Stop. Stop. Alright, there we go. These brakes are strange. Alright. It's because I whistled and the guy took the handbrake off and we rolled away. No great surprise there. Alright, brakes are going off. These are vacuum brakes and I struggle with them a bit, to be honest. It's kind of pretty, isn't it? Like an old black and white movie, except it's not black and white, it's not a movie.
No, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, let's look for street signs. Is it Elm Street? Oh, we're on a gradient. That's why it's struggling to start. That's okay. We'll just give it more beans. It's all good. There we go. In fact, the 0.83 miles thing's actually even a go via. It's not even a stop. I did that well, didn't I? Just hope I hadn't confused it. Let's see if this mile count starts going down. It worries me that it hasn't changed at all. Is this going to be one of those days that just nothing goes right? We'll see soon, won't we?
Nope.
So we did that one. We certainly haven't been here yet. We're due there in 3 minutes, so... In theory, it'll be all good. In theory. I think Steam's going to be interesting when it comes out in TSW2 because, well, we're going to have to learn a lot of stuff.
I agree. Looking forward to it. Better than challenge.
I think it is going to be a challenge. And I'm kind of hoping, like TS, there's a relatively straightforward mode and realistic.
Well, Matt did mention there would be an automatic fire.
Indeed he did. Little 060 back there. Yeah, my tender wheels have stopped moving. There they go. Funny. I like the way TS handles the camera when your face runs into something. PSW just jerks you around when that happens. I kind of prefer the way this does it. Do I get the impression that it actually got confused and we missed that other spot? I'm going a tad fast.
Bring up 2D map and check.
Hmm.
The only way to figure it out.
Yes. I'm going to be a bit evil. We're going to slow down the old-fashioned way. With the reverser. Let's see if it derails it. Well, I'm not supposed to stop here anyway, so it's fine. But I am changing tracks here. This could get exciting. Well, slowing down with the reverser is working. I wasn't too sure whether the game modelled that approach or not. Ah, there's Torquay down platform. And it's finally counting down. It must have been a big circle in the map. Let's have a look. Centre player. No, not really. I'm curious why that wasn't counting down. This one's a go via, and then
I've noticed that on several other routes too.
a little while after that we have a stop. I think we have a stop. Yes, got at Goodrington down loop. The scenery in this looks really cool in winter. No pun intended. Just looks nice. I like it. Still going a bit fast. I don't know if the English actually use their reversers that way. I know American locomotives do, and some Australian ones use the reverser to slow down. I know the this kind of reverser, the big red thing here, they have locking tabs on them because they have a penchant for ripping your arms off when you're travelling at high speeds. An Armstrong bar doesn't do that. The Armstrong lever type reverser. So when you're using any Armstrong reverser, you can actually move the position of the reverser with the throttle open. With a winding reverser, unless it's a powered one, if it's a powered one you can do it with the throttle open, but if it's not a powered one you actually have to shut the throttle off before you touch it. Down by the sea. I'm looking at wave algorithms. What if the waves really move that fast? It's kind of cool, I suppose. More beans. Even though we're going downhill, it seems, we need more beans. That's okay. The village here is modelled quite nicely. The English idea of fencing everything certainly translated to their Australian colony. How is it in Canada, Michael? Does everybody fence everything, or do they leave some of it open? Nice colourful bathing boxes down there on the sand. Almost completely blocking access to the water. Interesting.
A mix.
Yeah, a lot of people have their front yards open in Australia. We do. But the back is fenced off. Having the front yard open is good and bad. It looks nice. Makes it look like you've got more land. Because the bit of the verge on the side that the council owns sort of blends into your own. But the downside is, of course, that people walk on it and neighbourhood dogs shit on it. Is that fish van's going the other way? No, that's coaches. Ice pond? Keep looking around at the buildings and thinking how nice they are, and then I look at my speed and go, uh-oh. This is set in a time when the workforce was limitless, and every one of those gates that we see had a rotating shift of people that manned them. As each train was approaching, they would close the gates and open them again when it had passed. Into the loop, not yet. Just powering a little bit so I don't foul this line. A little way before the signal. There we go, we're pretty much all in. I'm guessing we've been sidetracked for something more important than fish.
People.
Maybe. I'm also kind of guessing that where all the black crap on the ground is where the steam locos are supposed to stop. What do you mean it's not quite right?
Oh, here's something coming.
Ah, I think it wanted me to stop a little few meters ago. That's okay. I didn't stop right on the button
Yep, I called it.
because I was just crawling up to the signal. Yes, you are correct, Michael. Now we have to wait for that signal to come off and that train to get out of the way, and then the signal will come off. And if it's TSW, I'd hop out of the cab and go walking now, but wrong game. So we'll just stare at things instead. And do the creepy rail fan hiding in the bushes, hoping the crew doesn't see them. Sneak over behind the trees. Get a better view. There we go. Brocklington Grange. Grange is the name of the wine produced by Penfolds here, which is a relatively famous and very, very expensive one that people like to collect and never drink. Strange people. We should do the right thing and centre our reverser while we wait for the signal to come off. Maybe a little while. I'm still fascinated by the link coupler system. It sort of limits your train lengths. Just can't have massive, massive trains with them. Just snap them. I think that's gone green. I do believe that just moved. It was horizontal before, so I think we can go. No, backwards, forwards. Come on, forwards. Forwards. Yay. Almost forgot to open my cylinder cocks then. When you stop and your cylinders start to warm down, cool down, you need to open your cylinder cocks so that they don't explode because you filled them up with water. Hello, Chicago's Railroads Videos Photography Productions. World's longest name on the internet. This is the first of two streams today, Chicago. We're running this one, and then we're going to run the new Mount Shasta line starting at 10:30 my time, which is in about an hour and a half. See, that's a popular idea with you. That's good. For my quick little test run yesterday, the scenery on the other one was actually quite impressive. Oh, okay, cool. Oop, that signal's come off. I won't run the sound enhancement pack today, but I'll certainly give it a go. Working hard by the sea. I wonder what that is in real life. Big structure. And if you are trying to get hold of me, that's me on Discord. YouTube comments work fine too, but Discord also good. I don't run a Discord server. If the channel ever gets big enough, I might, but right now, no. Houses up on the hill are very colourful in a muted pastel kind of way. They sort of remind me of San Francisco houses, with the sort of like a bay window and the colours. They call them painted ladies in San Francisco, both because they're colourful and pretty, and because lots of them in the 1800s and early 1900s had activities.
So to speak.
Climbing up a bit of a gradient here. I kind of like this route because it's not flat. You've got ups and downs, and you have to pay much more attention than I am. Since the Seaside's fogged in, we'll look this way. Working pretty hard to get up this hill. Can't miss a gratuitous viaduct shot. And of course, like all steam trains, we have to open the cylinder cocks as we go over the viaduct because it looks cool. New buses, NJT. Are they steam powered? Another gratuitous viaduct shot. Ah, can't even see this steam. Not worth it. So how did we suddenly come so far inland? The sea has gone. Yes, I know I've got the brakes and power on at the moment, just to make sure I don't wheel slip. Hello, Jonah. Welcome. Welcome to Churston, folks. In the English, another thing that Australians have adopted, we have up and down concepts. Sorry, lady. Can't take you. This train's just for fish, not people. Look. Ooh, this must be one of those evil towns. They're all dressed the same. It is indeed. No, apparently I'm supposed to move again. Let's see if we can get it right this time. Got the signal, we do. And there we go. So we have fed the good people of Churston their fish. What emoji can I find for a... There you go. There's one for Chicago. What about Michael? Need something Canadian for Michael, don't we? Oh, perfect. Don't you hate it when old people start playing with emojis? I should, for the sake of gratuity, which you'll understand in the next stream, say that Dovetail didn't give me this key. I did actually buy it. Ooh, floating fence. I like floating things. Better tell Danny about that. I doubt they'll fix it though, it's pretty old. I'm very happy to see new stuff coming out for TS actually. Yes, I have got that route, Jonah. I went and bought that one.
Yeah, there's something else coming out.
Oh, there's lots more stuff coming out, which makes me really happy. It's got some life. I'm getting more used to these vacuum brakes. Gratuitous viaduct shot. I should get rid of the HUD when I'm doing gratuitous viaduct shot, shouldn't I? Use a little bit of reverser to slow us down and a bit more brake. Coming to a very slow patch. We're next to a lake. Cute little pub by the sea. That's the kind of building that modern pubs will try to replicate. Oh, there is another side to the lake. Look at that. More floating fences. Who did that? Do not commit a flying kipper. Okay. I'll try not to do a mat with the fish fans. Is this our final stop? No. Only 7 minutes late. It's all good. So we're not far off finishing this one. I was thinking some passenger for the second one. If that meets people's desires or interests.
Yeah, good to me.
I thought about doing the scenario that Matt did when he pushed all the fish fans into the sea. But it needs some stuff that I don't have. I didn't feel like either spending $25 or begging for a key to, just for the sake of replicating his run. Besides, he might bite me. You think DTG's not number one when it comes to quality in JTE? I know I have the ambassador sticker up there, but... no, excuse me. I know I have the ambassador sticker up there, but I actually think their quality's not too bad given what they're turning out. All software has issues. I'm in the software industry. We've never had a release that's not had any problems with it. And we try really hard to make sure there aren't any. Those little dwarf signals, they're all at stop. I better do something about that. So I've got... Actually, there is one signal that's at proceed. Maybe that's my signal. Because those three signals, there's 1, 2, 3 tracks, so that could be for them. And there's one signal at proceed, the little one down there. I think we'll go. We'll see what happens. This is either going to go spectacularly badly because I'll spad right at the end here because I've misread these signals, or it'll be perfect. We'll know in about 4 seconds. Excellent. Guessed my way through the strange signalling system. No SPAD in JTE. There was a small dwarf to the left, which was at proceed. So when they're at stop, they're horizontal and they have a red light. When they're at proceed, they are at 45 degrees, with or without a white light. And this one's on my right, so it doesn't apply to me, because on this game, they're on your left, I believe. Although that road's not set for me, so maybe not. No, that one was for me. All the others have been on the left. Oh well. Well, we almost finished the scenario. So close. Well. Sherman Hill in TS22, Big Boy and Challenger. I don't actually have either the Big Boy or the Challenger. Yes, I didn't set the fish free. That's okay. I misread that signal because all the other ones have been on the left. But anyway, we're going to go into this route and... Actually, I'll do it the career way, not the quick drive way. So, which one did I think of? That one, I was thinking. And the times, yeah, that will be just about right. We might not actually get that finished, but we'll try. Let's try. I have got Sherman Hill in TS. But I don't have... Actually, I've got the really old Big Boy. I don't have the current one or the Challenger. I'm starting off game rolling. Well, we've got the signal, so that's okay. What have we got on the back? I assume that we're supposed to load passengers here, I would think. Yep. It's interesting that it starts you off rolling and you're meant to load passengers. It feels vaguely like we're moving, but we're not. Safeties are blowing off. The Challenger looks like quite a handful to drive too. I was watching JD try and cope with it, and it was interesting. It's good to know that in TS people don't get on your train either. So we're now in a castle that looks remarkably like a grange. Not much different. We've got the green to go. We're going to Payton, which isn't very far away. Cool, thanks Chicago. I'll have a look. Not right this second though, I think I need to stop for a station. Nice selection of four-wheel stock over there. I like the little four-wheel wagons because my first train set was TT gauge and lots of four-wheel wagons. See, that's just confusing. That stack of dwarf signals there was on my right and it didn't apply to me. Yet the other one that was on my right did. The lights do really funny things with my settings. It's something that came in a couple of NVIDIA drivers ago. Lights flicker and sometimes the sky does funny things. the game trying to tell me something? There was a shaving ad there. I think so. Load up our passengers. Look, they're not Russian today.
No, they're German.
We've got the signal to go, so let's do that. I've already got my cylinder cocks open.
Oh, and you got your spammers.
Yep. They're porn sites, NJT. Through my other channel, I've got access to the YouTube Creators Program, because it's a little bit bigger than this one. And I went to one of their meet sessions where they were discussing spam management, and they are hoping to have something soon to deal with it. They have plans. Is that same pond we saw before, but not frozen now? Ooh, I think I'm slipping like crazy. Look at that.
I think so, because we're going the other way.
I lost traction a little bit then. They are nice. The Preserve Railway that I operate on has got not grandiose things like that. They're much simpler, but they have got that kind of doors. Oh, there we go, slipping again. Maybe that's why this one's extreme. I have no adhesion. Okay, weird. Not quite sure why I stopped then. The alerter thing wasn't going off. No, no adhesion. There we go. Got it back. Huh. That's cool to know. NJTE, who says that in Canada there are coaches that were based off the Mark IV design and meant for the Night Star service, sleeper between the UK and EU. Never happened, so Via Rail bought the entire fleet. I guess that's a little bit like Emirates buying...
Via.
Yeah. Via, okay. Thanks, Michael. I guess that's a little bit like Emirates buying up the Qantas A380s that were on order because Qantas decided they didn't want them anymore. Let's see if I can actually... No. Sorry, put some power on and lost it. Let's give it a bit more cut off. Passengers are having a rough time today. I've got almost no adhesion at all. As soon as I start giving it some power, I just fly. Just taken to using my keyboard to increase the throttle because the rail driver is less than subtle sometimes with the changes. Let's see if I have any better luck with the keyboard.
Too touchy.
Very touchy. Yeah, it's interesting how that happens. I do know of a situation in New South Wales where a whole lot of carriages were made for a coal mine that turned out to not go ahead. And I think Horizon got them. No clue, Chicago. Got a green on the signal here. We're going to start going downhill soon, which should make this just a touch easier. And we just went through a bridge. Back at the Seaside again. Oh, there's a sight you don't see anymore. Gasometers. If you've never seen them before, they collect natural gas and they gradually rise up until they're full. And it helps maintain the pressure in the gas network with the tank lid pressing down on the gas. See where this platform is. We're nearly there. Big waves. Just to show you how sick the settling Australians were, we have a town called Torquay in Australia, which just happens to be by the beach. Yeah, we've got CNG buses and hydrogen buses here, as well as the traditional diesels. We've got electric buses too, and hybrids. See, how come that signal that's on the right didn't apply to me? What's going on, Train Simulator? Welcome to Torquay, folks. Uh-oh.
Because you're not on that track.
We're going to faceplant. Stopping a bit early, don't want to do that. No, keep it moving. Don't let the game think I've stopped. That name is vaguely familiar, but I don't know why. Chicago just asked if I know Timothy McVeigh. I should point out I'm awful with names.
Name rings a bell, I forget.
Hand-cured cooked meat from Devon Farms. Ah, Devon, the original mystery meat. What's in that? Dunno. Does it taste good? Dunno. Is it good for you? Dunno. Why do you eat it? Mystery meat. There they go. See if we have any better luck getting out of here. So far, so good. Let's make sure we do have a signal. We do. Excellent. Well, I know who Katy Perry is.
Yeah, so do I.
Who could not know the I Kissed a Girl girl? Is CNG cleaner than running diesel? Chicago?
Thought so.
Ah. No wonder the name was familiar. I have no idea where she was raised. I don't want to give this more power, because I think it'll slip.
Same message.
Oh, Russian one today. Woo! Alright. Let's just get rid of him. It's an odd birthday present. Just gonna... Oops, no. Lost it. Come on, get it back. There we go. Ah, lost it again.
Yeah.
Let's bring the throttle back and go back to full cutoff. Let's just see if that can move, or if it's going to slip. Come on. Come on. A bit more. I know what's going to happen. It's just going to go chop, 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 and blow its whole fire out through the chimney. How could you not move with 100% throttle? Seriously. Alright, now that it's not centered, let's try that again. Will we get moving? We're going to slide backwards. Come on. Come on. This is going well. Yeah, I know you're supposed to throttle up slowly, but the game's not playing nice. And we are sliding backwards right now. Let's jump in the cab and see what else is going on. No, it's not that. Nothing looks too strange in here. The brakes are not on. Just let it roll back a full rotation of the wheels and then we'll try that. Just can't roll back all the way into that platform because there you go, let's try that. Yeah, there's quite a few hydrogen locos. We've got some battery locos coming too. General Electric. Come on, pick it up. I don't want to go backwards, I want to go forwards. This is my fault for taking the challenging one, isn't it? Oh, I should have just taken the other one. I think I've broken it. Oops. Any suggestions? Apart from start again? Although starting again is looking like a pretty good option right now. Because I've got 100% throttle, full cut off, and it can't move. I'm going to try something. I want to see if I've broken it. This will prove it one way or the other. I'm going to do something silly. Don't give me couple cam. Wrong end. I want to go into couple mode. Where is couple mode on this HUD? There it is. It's over there. And I'm going to kill that one. I can't kill that one. That's my tender. Now let's see if it'll move. Yes, operational error, I know. But can it move now? Because if it can't move with no train on it, I know I've broken it. No, it's fine. Alright, we're going light engine the rest of the way. Yep, even that's slipping.
No, not broken.
No. We're going light engine.
Sorry, folks.
Don't think that quite works in steam engines, you know. Should I go back and get one of them? Oh, let's go back and get them. Let's see if it works now. Maybe it'll work. Back we go. Yeah, I kind of figured you were. I was just being funny. My wife's forever telling me I'm not very funny. Oh, actually, I'm going to have buggered this up, aren't I? Because look, there's a signal there. Yes. It's called dividing your train, Chicago. You leave part of it somewhere. Oh no, the signal's gone back to green, so that's useful. Surprising, but useful. Let's go a couple up now. Somehow I could tell you had a straight face and you were typing. We don't want to hit them quite that hard. Bit of braking. That should be enough. Alright, we have recoupled. I have not passed a signal at danger. Grr. Okay. What time is it? 9:53. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go and play with the only one we haven't played with. Shunting or a run? Let's go for a run. We're going to do the little one. And we'll run that for about... We'll see if we get to the end of it, but... realistic driving mode selected. It seems to have set its brake mode for me. We've got coaches. I suppose we should load. Oh, it is loading. It's telling me to go via Churston Up platform, but I can't go anywhere because my doors are open. Oh, there they go. Good-o. Let's see if we're more successful with this one. Looks like we're in summer now. Little 060 tank engine. Yeah, this one's like a race car compared to the other one. Nice little sailboats over there. Nice water. I think most diesels that aren't German or French have EMD or GE style, not the actual ones, but the style of control stands. And it depends what you're driving, Chicago. If you're yanking on a really big American freight, then yes, that's very true. But if you're running a passenger train, then they tend to go straight into notch 8. There's that little pub we were at before. This poor little guy can't make the speed limit. I don't know if I can handle the suspense in JTE. It's got to be more to that sentence. Why does it think the brakes are half on? No, I've actually had a cab ride at Caltrain. They go notch 1, notch 2, and then if they're outside one of their speed limits, so they're in a normal passenger station, they go straight to notch 8 after that. So they pull up, they get the slack and go for it. It's Duck, apparently. Ah, Thomas Duck. Starting to struggle with the grade. It's like our trains at Puff. They struggle with the gradients. Ours have a 90-ton limit on the 1 in 30, and we tend to put 87 on them, so they work pretty hard. Let it have some more power to climb this hill. Smoking. Stop getting slower, that's a good sign. If you're not used to steam, your reverser doesn't just set your direction, it sets how much force and how much steam that you're applying, and it's called cutoff. And on the flat, you run your reverser at about 30%. Depending on the train. Looks remarkably different without the fog, doesn't it?
Looks better. You can actually see.
Opening the cylinder cocks actually made a difference to the steam pressure. That's funny. Notch 6 when there's rain or snow. Well, guess what? It's California with Caltrain. They don't get rain or snow. Well, no, they do get rain, but not snow. Not normally. This tunnel didn't seem nearly as long at 45 mile an hour going in the other direction. Let's have a look at our little loco while we're in here. With its mysterious light source, wherever that is. Oh. Can't tell where the mysterious light source is. We've got our thing illuminating our water gauge, which is up nice and high. Brakes are off. They're saying that's the reverser down there. No, that's the reverser here, so that must be a handbrake. Directional control. No, that is the reverser. You know what's missing from the top of the steam locos? All the fire irons. Normally the fireman would have a whole lot of stuff chucked out the front here. All their tools for maintaining the fire. You reckon Caltrain's gentle with a throttle? No, I don't think so. Not on the cab ride that I went on, they weren't. If you see them at either end, at Diridan or San Francisco, they have it's either a 10 or a 15 mile an hour limit. They're pretty gentle there. And in lots of parts of San Francisco, they're not allowed to make too much noise, so they're also a bit quiet. Home signal telling me I have to stop at the next station. Is that because it's not as noisy in the cab car in JTE? Or does the cab car manage the throttle for you? Was that a go via or was that a stop at? I thought I was stopping here. Oh no, it's only a go via. I'm not stopping here. In that case. Head for the downhill bit. We must be running in empty cars. Gratuitous fired up shot. Ah, trees, trees. Sea doesn't look quite as nice from this angle. It's not awful, but there's a bit of repeating patterns in it. "65 mile an hour. My rail driver was lying to me. It said 30. Well, we're going to hit this 15 mile an hour limit pretty hard. Maximum reverse. I think we'll just write the little train off. We'll just watch other things. Because I don't think we're stopping at that stopping point somehow. Ah, that's kind of funny. I was watching the rail driver, and the rail driver, it still says 30. Look. 30. And I'd come back into the HUD, and it's like 65. And I was going, well, we're not stopping from that. Ah, that's kind of funny. Oh, well. Good stuff. Well, what else is there that comes with this route? Let's have a quick look. I don't think it's actually got a manual. I didn't see one. Career-wise, if you're thinking of getting it, there is, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the castle. 4 for the Grange. The Storm one sounds interesting. And there are 4 for the little 060. And there's the 2 Railfan ones where you can just sit and watch. And given we've got a little while, and given you can't mess a Railfan one up, we'll Railfan for a moment. But the route's interesting. If you don't have it and you're interested, I got it on the sale. I kind of think there's a Lunar New Year sale going on now, but I'm not sure if this one included in it or not. Welcome to Railfan mode. You can use the various cameras to photograph trains. Yep, we're just going to stand on this bridge then. All right, where are the trains?
No, the lunar sale's over, and there is a manual for this.
Ah, there is. Excellent. Yeah, but if you're interested in this route, it's quite a fun little route, I think. I would recommend driving with the HUD and not attempting to drive with just the rail driver like I did, because you saw how well that went. Let's go up to the station. Sitting up there on that bridge is a bit boring. Let's go watch this guy leave. There you go. Sit on the platform trolley. Do you know, how do they get this platform trolley from down there to up there, given that sign's in the way? And where did she come from? something else coming down the line now. Let's go swimming. I'm just being silly now, aren't I? Assume he's going to go into the yard. I don't know if the sea would have reflections like that. Not when it's got big waves, but that's okay. It's another one. Oh, and he's going full fang. Quite a busy little rail fan section, this one. Wow, it's a bogey goods carriage. Back to the station to see what's next. Oops. Little 060 sitting over there with its van. Yeah, your train's not coming. Sorry. Suppose we should go to a slightly less creepy angle when we're talking to the people, shouldn't we? Yeah, yours isn't coming either. No train for you. Didn't I see you up there? Sure I did. Well, at least this one's got sunglasses. This one's a spy. Must be. This is where someone opens one of the slam doors and conks you in the head. Yes, the next stream is in 15 minutes, you're right. This one should end shortly though, it was a 10-minute thing, so... It should finish pretty soon. Oh, he doesn't quite fit in the platform. Oh, he's still going in. He's got doors. You know, if I did that and had the doors open while I was moving, the game would end. But no, the AI's allowed to do it. Isn't that nice? And what these two blokes did where they opened the doors and just jumped out, interestingly, if you watch the old British transport films, it's kind of exactly what happened, is people just opened the doors and jumped out as they came into platforms and started wandering off. This guy didn't even stop at this station. And all those people got off. Oh, that's funny. Catch this express, mate. We'll just jump out. It'll be fine. All good. Oh, well. I guess that's probably enough of Dawlish, folks, because I need to reset for the next one. and get things ready for that. And I also need a little bit of a nature break before I spend another couple of hours on stream. It does kind of sound like there's another train coming though. I don't see one. Maybe it was the one that was going away. So that'll be it for this stream, I think. And the next one starts in about 12 minutes or so. So I'll see you there for that one. We'll be looking at the Mount Shasta line. And just in case you can't find it, here is a link. Here's a link to the new one. And hopefully I'll see you in there. Now, Mount Shasta line, this will be a first play for both of us. I did make sure it was working, but I haven't run any of the scenarios through, so we get to see it together, which will be cool. So, looks like an interesting one. So, see you in a few minutes. Bye now. Be about 12 minutes. I'll start the startup at the usual time, though. Alright, thanks folks, and see you very shortly. Oh, there's another train coming, so we'll watch that. Ooh, blue. I didn't even know there were blue ones on this route. Well, there you go. He's an express too, but at least no one's getting out. Where's the other end of this tunnel? Here. Come and wait for him, and then we'll finish. Oh, there's another train going that way. Maybe I'll just leave you sitting here. I'll just turn off my head and my mic and just leave it. Watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I always like to get your feedback in the form of likes and comments because they help me understand what you want. Give the channel a subscribe and click on the tinkly things so you don't miss out on any new stuff. And thanks for your ongoing support. And please, be safe out there.